So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the only thing I'm talking about is the London trip. That's the only thing that was really worth speaking on. I'm not talking about Lyrica and A1. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not talking about Sean and Apple Watts. I could give a fuck. So we're just gonna go into the London trip. But before they left and went to London, Brooke and Donatella and Bridget, they met up before all the rest of the girls came. And Brooke was spilling the tea about Moniece. So basically she was saying how she came to Moniece's studio session and how Moniece had failed the fuck out. One minute Rockstar told her to go up in there and do a track, do a octave, and the next minute she fell out. So basically what Brooke was trying to imply was that Moniece was out here trying to fake the funk about, you know, this panic attack that she had. At least that was how I took it, like she was trying to sit up there and imply that she was faking. So she was like, so I don't really know if Moniece is going to make this trip or not, child. I don't see her making it. But the minute she said that, Moniece walked through the motherfucking door and then Brooke was left looking stupid. And I'm like, it's like episode after episode, Brooke shows her true colors. She's a fake ass bitch. And that's just what the fuck she is. And I can't believe that I was just going up for her earlier this season. Like, she is fake as fuck. Like, seriously. And she just really need to get a handle on this shit, because she's way too fake for her own good. Then the next thing you know, not only does Monique show up, but Paris shows up and La Brittany shows up. So basically Moniece was like, you know what, Paris is the one that sat up there and, you know, put the pen down for Princess so she can crash 80s fashion show. And then you got La Brittany. I am not excited about being on the same trip with these two bitches. And I'm sitting up here like, girl, I feel the same way too, girl. I am just as annoyed for you as you are for yourself. Trust and believe that. But Bridget just wants them to have a very good time on the trip. That's all. And you know, when you're going on a trip like this, especially a trip to London, you want to have a good time. And that's just what it is. So fast forward, they make it to London, and you know, they're all in the little bus thing going on, and you know, they're all excited. They're just talking about, you know, the different pubs they're gonna go to, you know, just everything you want to do when you're going out of town. You want to go sightseeing, you want to do this, you want to do that. So, you know, they're doing just normal people shit pretty much. So next thing you know, Brooke was like, well, you know, Tiara out of all people needs this trip with everything that she's been going through. And Tiara was like, I'm going to stand tall and strong. Then Paris, annoying ass, talking about this is not a sympathy trip. You know what I'm saying? And then Tiara was like, well, if somebody put out a sex tape on you, and then Paris was like, girl, I thought we were past that. And Tiara was like, I am not past that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, Paris, bitch, you are so motherfucking insensitive. Like, seriously. And honestly, she annoyed me this entire episode. And then just to put the icing on the cake, the bitch really did block me on Instagram. So with that being fucking said, I'm going to go in on her every chance I get, bitch. You blocked me on Instagram for no motherfucking reason. Have I been reading her ass at all this season? Have I been reading her at all this season? You know what I'm saying? Have I been reading her at all? Maybe the only time I read her was when she dropped the pen for Princess. That's probably the only time I read her ass. But other than she blocked me on Instagram. I don't know why, but whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I just feel like Princess is being very insensitive to this whole Tiara thing. Like, she doesn't want to hear about the sex tape. She doesn't want to hear a bunch of jokes. And, you know, Paris was like, Paris just don't have a clue, honestly. She just don't have a clue. So then, they get to the house. And they're all trying to make a bunch of house rules. Tiara was like, well, my house rule is this. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. And that's probably the best house rule that anybody can have when you're going to a trip with all them fucking people. I think it's Brooke, Paris, Moniece, La Brittany, Tiara, Bridget, and Nikki. If I'm not mistaken, it's like seven bitches on one motherfucking trip. So yeah, you gotta make it clear. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit, period. Don't touch my shit, bottom line. So La Brittany said, well, I got one house rule. And that's specifically for Moniece. Moniece, you need to keep my name out your mouth. La Brittany, You diet Sierra looking bitch. Who the fuck do you think you are intimidating? Okay, you ain't punking nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she coming off all hard and, you know, all this extra shit. But girl, you ain't about shit. Really, you really not. Like, you ain't scaring out a soul, bitch. Not one fucking soul you ain't scaring. And you really need to understand that. You ain't scaring shit, honey. Period. You ain't scaring nothing. So, it was kind of like, she just said, Jay Will told me that you said that I was fucking A1. And I don't want A1's lace front wig wearing, you know, liposuction, tummy tuck having ass. I'm like, woo! Like, I don't like Labrini, but she read the fuck out of A1, and she read him good, because that's exactly what the fuck he is. A tummy tuck having, lace front wearing ass, bitch ass nigga. That's exactly what the fuck he is. So you go in, bitch. Go in. And so she said, now, let's not talk about rumors, because I haven't brought up the rumor that my sister told me that you was eating K. Michelle pussy. Now, girl, where did you hear that from? Where do you hear that from? Did you make that shit up off the tip of your tongue just so you can have something to throw back at her? Like, look, Brittany, you are so pathetic. Not only are you pathetic, but you're just a clown. Like, you really just made that up in your sleep, pretty much. You just made that up. Honestly. You really just made that shit up. Like, you know that shit ain't true, but you made it up anyway. But okay. And Moniece was like, Moniece didn't flinch at all. She just said that she heard that shit and she shared it with Jay Will. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is. So, you know, she ain't give a fuck. It is what it is. She said, K. Michelle is one of my good friends, but the only pussy that I'm eating is A1's, and she eats mine too. And that's just what it was. And here go Paris, big ass, eating the popcorn, waiting for the mist to pop out. So, they all go out on the town. They go out to a club and they having a drink and they're all turning up. Everybody has a drink, but Tierra, you know, I think Tierra has a Red Bull. And Paris is sitting up here trying to get her to get a drink. And she was like, no, I'm not going to get a drink. I'm not going to get a drink. But Paris like, girl, you might as well. Paris, what? Are you anyone's friend? Seriously, are you anyone's friend? Because I just feel like, if you know that this girl is a recovering alcoholic, why the fuck would you tell her to get a drink? Like, I don't understand why you feel like that's okay. Like, you really think that that's cool for you to tell her to go get a drink. Like, seriously. Like, that ain't cool. Like, if you... Like, I'm just saying, if I had a friend that was a recovering alcoholic, I just wouldn't even feel comfortable drinking around him or her. Like, seriously. I don't even, like, my father is a recovering alcoholic, and I wouldn't dare drink around him. Like, yeah, he was with me when I went to Jersey to go get some liquor, but, you know, he ain't gonna drink shit, you know what I mean? But I just wouldn't drink it in front of him, you know. He took me to the liquor store to get myself some liquor, and, I wouldn't drink around him, you know, when I was up at his house and we were all having fun. Like, if I was going to drink something, I went outside to do it. I just didn't feel comfortable drinking around my father, period, knowing that he's a recovering alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I just wasn't going to do that. And Paris is just full of shit. But one thing about Moniece, everybody can say whatever the fuck they want to say about her. But one thing about her, she's a real motherfucking friend. And she left that bitch with Tierra Marie. Tierra was like, you know what? I just don't need no trigger. If I have one drink, I'm just going to keep drinking to numb the pain. And, you know, Moniece was like, even if, I'm not going to judge you. Even if you want to have a glass of champagne, I'm not going to judge you. Even if you just want to leave, I won't judge you. And Tierra was like, let's just go home. And then, you know, Moniece was like, okay, I'm down with that. Let's go, you know. So, one thing about it, Moniece is a real friend. I don't care what nobody say. So, Tierra, Nikki, Paris, and Moniece, they meet up and they have lunch, I guess. And Tierra pretty much told Paris that, you know, you kept making jokes about the sex tape, and, you know, I know that it wasn't from a malicious place, but at the same time, it's like, you know, basically, in a nutshell, she really didn't appreciate her making all those jokes about the sex tape. It's too early for her to be doing that, and it's just true. Like, if something just happened to me, what the fuck make you think that I want to sit up there and listen to you make a joke about a sex tape that I was in? Like, it don't make no sense to me, and I just don't see how she thinks that shit okay. But whatever. I mean, she always want to make a joke about somebody she's talking about. The whole world is talking about it. Why can't I talk about it? Bitch, because you're her friend. What, I mean, you talk about it on your own time. Like, why the fuck do you think that she wants to hear you make a joke about her being caught with none on her face? Who wants to hear that? Nobody does, Paris. Nobody. And you of all people should have more sympathy. Like, seriously. And then she goes on and asks Moniece about the problem with La Brittany. And she was like, I don't really have a problem with La Brittany. There is no problem. I mean, she's just in everybody's motherfucking DMs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's hearing about it. You know, she's in Rockstar's DMs. You know, she's in A1's DMs. You know, she's in everybody's DMs. And you know it is what it is. But she said, I'm just tired of these new bitches. And then she was like, she went to Paris and she was like, you know, but Paris like, well, maybe you guys can just hash it out. I mean, she's from Detroit, Tierra from Detroit, and then, you know, Tierra was like, and Moniece is my friend, and then Paris like, yeah, so maybe you can get those two to talk to each other about the situation. And, you know, Moniece was like, okay, fine, I'll talk to her about it. And, you know, I know that, you know, I can admit to when I'm wrong, and I know that you've had your issues with Kay, and you know, I've heard her side of the story. And you know, Paris goes on this whole tirade. She starts crying about it. She was like, it was only $50. It was only $50. It was only $50. I don't give a fuck if it was 50 cents, bitch. It's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people want to sit up there and take account to how much it was. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it was a penny. It's my money that you took without permission, bitch. That makes you a fucking thief. Whenever you take something from someone without them knowing or without their consent, you are stealing from them. Point blank, period. So you can sit up here, you can act like, you know what I'm saying, just because it was $50, a bitch shouldn't clown about it. They should. If you took 50 cents from me, I'm gonna clown because it's my money. I work hard for it. Bitch, if you need some money, just ask me. Don't take my shit. Bottom line. And then she want to sit up here and cry. And then she was like, for people to keep bringing that up after all these years, it's not cool. It's not cool. But you just sat here and constantly made joke after joke after joke after joke after joke about Tierra and this fucking sex tape, and the shit just happened for her weeks prior to the trip. But you still crying over some shit that happened 4 years ago, and you get mad and emotional when people bring that shit up. So you should understand where the fuck Tierra coming from. That sex tape is a sore spot for her, just like that credit card shit is a sore spot for you, bitch. Seriously, like, you really just contradicted yourself all the way through. Like, you're gonna sit up here and cry about it, but yet at the same time, you want to act like Tierra ain't got no right to be mad. Talking about, the whole world is talking about it. Why can't I? Okay, the whole world was talking about how you stole $50 from K. Michelle. Why can't we talk about it? It's the same shit. Stupid ass. Anyway. So Tierra brings La Brittany and Moniece together, and you know, they pretty much, you know, La Brittany says that, you know, she came off a little bit too aggressive. You know, sometimes aggressive really isn't always the right solution for everything, and she just wanna, you know, bury the hatchet. You know, she felt some kind of way because every time she turned around, she got to defend herself. Are you fucking A1? Are you fucking A1? Are you fucking A1? Did you try to fuck A1? Blah, 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 blah. And that's been an ongoing, reoccurring thing for her, and that's why she takes it personal. So I do understand that. And then, you know, she was like, it's bad enough in this industry that people think that you got the fuck to get what you want. I mean, you got a son. I got 2 older boys. I'm like, how the fuck old is La Brittany? Seriously. And you know, Tierra was like, and you have to DM sometimes in this business to get what you need to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, so ain't nothing wrong with having a conversation or DM. Shit, I hit up somebody DMs in a minute. And what really kills me is sometimes I be trying to shoot my shot at a nigga, and then they turn around and say, I enjoy your videos. I be like, God damn, now I'm trying to shoot my shot, and now you telling me you're a fan of my videos. Like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand, though. So, okay. Bridget has this interview with these British bloggers, and she's here to talk about Reality Bites, which is her brand new album. And they were saying how honest she was, and it was different from all the other music that she's done, and she was very excited about it. She's been talking about the last 2 episodes, and I'm excited about it too, Bridget. Like, where the album at, girl? I want to hear it. Next thing you know, Brooke comes out talking about how boring the interview was and how she's about to spice it up. Brooke ain't happy for nobody, bitch. She ain't happy for no motherfucking body. All she likes is misery and despair. That's all the fuck she likes. She likes to create drama. She likes confusion, and it's just ridiculous. Then she brings La Britney out there. Then La Britney starts talking on the interview. They both take over the interview. Then Brooke presses Bridget for taking La Britney out on tour with her. It was just a bunch of bullshit. And then, Bridget all the way pissed the fuck off over this shit, which she should be, because this interview was about her and her music. Then Tierra Marie comes outside only to tell them about some chicken that she cooked in the house. But then these people saying, okay, Tierra Marie, you posted some new pictures earlier this year, but then last thing I heard about you was a sex tape. So then the dude was like, oh, where can I see it? And Bridget wasn't here for that, and Tierra just stormed the fuck off, which she should have. And you know what I'm saying? That was pretty much the end of it. Bridget was upset with La Britney and Brooke for even coming over there fucking up the interview, but she was also mad that they came for Tierra the way that they did. And Tierra didn't want to hear nothing Bridget had to say, and Bridget just gave up on it. And that was pretty much the gist of the episode. I'm just like, y'all, that London trip was a hot ass fool, and that's all that was interesting to me, because to be honest, y'all, I don't like Lyrica or A1. And I'm kind of just over this Safari fuck Lyrica thing. It's pretty much old and redundant at this point. I don't care. Then you got this whole situation with Apple Watts. I love Apple Watts, but I don't care for Sean. So therefore, I don't want to see her with Sean, and I'm not going to talk about it. So that's just what it is. But thank you guys for watching. What's your thoughts on tonight's episode? Leave it below. We can have a rational conversation about it. All my social media is at the bottom. Make sure you like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And till next time, you guys, I'm out of here, y'all. This has been an annoying ass day. Like, I'm just praying for better days. But with that being said, y'all, this is my review, and I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.